Yo, what is up? Today we play one of the most overlooked tier 10 tanks. This is the AMX M454, one of the very few tanks that carry two kinds of guns. The small gun does 400 damage and the big gun, which is this one, does 560 damage. The only other tanks that do 560 damage is the PZ7 and more recently the E100 introduced a small gun that does 530 damage and reloads 3 seconds quicker than the AMX M454. Now, I don't know why the AMX M454 is not loved so much in Clan Wars compared to the E100. It does have better aim time, better alpha, it has better armor, it has a better dispersion, but the E100 is favored more than the AMX M454 just because of that 3 seconds quicker reload time. I feel that the AMX M4 is really one of those tanks that is overlooked in this game because I think that for this category of guns, the 560 alpha gun, 500 plus alpha damage gun, it has better mobility than a PZ7 and an E100. Those tanks are super heavies and really slow, while the AMX M4 is a much more mobile and agile tank to play with. Now, I run this tank with optics, rammers and vertical stabilizers, but for some other people you could run this tank with vents instead of the optics, or improved rotation mechanics instead of the optics. I prefer the optics because when you're playing in random battles, in solos, you want to make sure that you can spot for yourself, you can earn that assisted damage, that spotting damage, which is really useful if you want to get a better XP for your game. If you spot more, you will do a lot better. Now, like I said, this tank compared to a PZ7 and an E100, this tank has got better armor profiles than the E100, which is the E100 is more popular, but the AMX M454 has 300 millimeters of armor on the turret compared to the PZ7 only has 200 millimeters and the E100 only has 270 millimeters of turret armor. 300 is amazing and it is sloped as well. So the only weak points that you can get out of the AMX M4 is on the cupola, which, to be fair, it is ginormous and pretty easy to hit if you have a decent kind of accuracy on your gun. But as you can see in this game, I am aggressive, but to be fair, to be honest, I could have played this a lot more aggressive and could have got a lot more damage out of this game if I had risk it for the biscuit, you say. If I did that, I could have got a little bit more out of this game than I did. But I'm still not complaining because I am doing pretty well, and this game is objectively over already. All I need to do is just make sure I keep driving forward, and I can do this with a fairly mobile tank. This tank, of course, not a very fast tank, but it has enough mobility to get me to where I want. I can keep up with the other heavies, and I can contribute. If I was in an E100 or a PZ7, I would have been stuck somewhere in a corner, and I wouldn't have been able to flex anywhere in any kind of game that was short. Now, when I say short, I mean most games in World of Tanks nowadays are somewhere within the 5 to 7 minute range. So if you are playing in an E100 or a PZ7 with very low mobility, you need to commit to an area of the map and then just hope for the best. Hope that enemies are going to be there to face you, and then you can fight with them, and then you can try to get as much damage as you can. But if you're in a wrong part of the map, there is no chance for you to go anywhere if you're in one of those super heavy tanks. But if you're in an AMX M454, you have the opportunity, or you have the option to flex around the map, to move around the map. As you can see here, I am able to clean up, I am able to get more damage even though this game is already over. I just, you know, shoot this E100 and just drive past him. I don't even need to think about him. Move on to the next target, see if I can get some damage before this game is actually ended. And you can see me able to land one last shot and even get a little bit of fire here for a grand total of 5,000 plus damage in this very quick but interesting game. What do you think of this tank? Is this tank not overlooked, and you know, people not paying enough attention to this tank? This tank is actually one of the fun tanks and one of the fun lines to grind in World of Tanks Tier 10. In fact, this tank is a lot more fun than a PZ7. So hope you enjoyed this video and took some valuable information. I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.